Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a banger of a video for you today. We sat down with a 1v1 me partner from the COD League and gave them $6. I know, absolutely rolling in it. But we then assigned a value to every other player in the league and said, pick up a squad that could win playoffs. The only rule was that you couldn't pick yourself, and here is how it went. And I'm joined by Amelia Rose. Now, she's one of our partners here at 1v1 Me and a captain, and quite frankly, does a lot of kicking ass. Me and her, we've got a couple of things to settle when it comes to performances and whatnot, but we'll get to that another time. For today, we're actually giving her a budget. She's got $6. We've given her a list of players, all of which have certain values. And what we're doing is we're asking her to put together a team to compete in this league. Now, Amelia, first of all, how are you doing? You've taken a look through these teams. I'm going to ask, first of all, is there anyone that you think is a little bit overvalued in that list?
I don't think anyone is overvalued, but I think there's definitely some undervalued people that I've seen on that list.
Okay, who are we thinking then? Who's undervalued for you?
Probably Visma. I think Visma's too far down the list. I think he's a great player. And Get Picked as well.
Okay.
I think Get Picked is like sort of like an underdog. I don't think a lot of people expected him to be good or like expected him to perform so well in both seasons so far. And I think he's been doing pretty well.
Okay, so I mean, Get Picked, what are you doing? You put him in a 2, a 3? Where are you sticking him?
Probably at least a 2 at minimum, maybe a 3. A lot of people that are in 3 could also get moved down to facilitate him being up there.
Okay,
personally.
I mean, all right, so Visma's in 2. What, you sticking him in a 3 or is it higher?
I think, honestly, I'd probably put him in a 4.
Okay, all right, so Visma's going up into 4. Get Picked going up into 3. Who's coming down if we've got limited slots here?
Oh, it's really hard to pick between Blanked and Sully here.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to have to pick Sully to move down, only because I know just how good Flanked is, especially being in IGL. And Sully isn't really that IGL kind of player. He's definitely good, but he's definitely not an IGL.
Fair. I mean, look, don't worry about it. I ain't going to sit here and make a YouTube video tomorrow. Amelia Rose, trash is solidified. Don't worry, we ain't going to do that. But let's get into the team then. Let's start talking about the squad that you're putting together. Now, what I want you to do is, by the way, bit of a rule. You can't pick yourself. You can't be sitting there pulling like a team together and like, oh yeah, no, I'm just picking me and my teammates all cozy over here. What I'm going to do is ask for just your first player and why.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to pick Gus from the $5 section.
Okay.
I know Gus. To be fair, I know all the people that are in the $5 region, and I think they're all great IGLs. But Gus did say that he wanted to draft me before the season, not before he knew I was also a captain.
Okay.
So I think we would actually have a great chem together.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie, the idea of a Gusify Amelia Rose team, that is frightening to everybody. That would have been one hell of a squad for sure. Don't get me wrong, Gusify and Streak. Right now, I think they're actually the #1 team when it comes to win-loss. I know that on our King of the Hill ladder, we look a little bit different to that, but they have been putting on, they've been really good. A team that, you know, coming back over from last season, so obviously a lot of chemistry, but still, the idea of you two together, that'd be pretty damn good. I've seen some of your clutches recently. I've seen some of the plays that you did. The one that you dropped on Beamug the other day was actually like terrifying. I think there's a clip somewhere of me just like nearly getting out of my chair. So it's yeah, it was insane. All right, so we've gone with Gusify. That is $5. That is a lot of your budget used up. So that leaves you with just the one. So in that one, you've then got to pick either Glowson, I'm Not Effective, Get Picked, and Leonard. Who are you going with?
Get Picked.
Okay, we've gone with Get Picked. Now, you said before that this is the player that you would have moved up in value if you had a choice. Yep. So not a surprise in the selection. But I'm going to say, what is it that you think about this player that gives you enough faith to think that we should have had him in a higher tier?
Well, like I said before, Gus is a great IGL. And I think Picked is one of those players that's done a great job of listening to his captain. I think his last one might have been I Believe, or it's currently I Believe. And I was watching them play together, and I Believe was just like telling him what to do, and he just had full trust in what Ivy was telling him to do, and didn't stray from it, and he wasn't getting blooded or getting picked running across the map when he shouldn't have been. So I think he would listen to Gus quite well.
Okay. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, interesting. Thinking of like that team dynamic, not just about like, you know, your individuals slaying out and stuff like that. We've spoken to some other players. Interestingly, we've seen a lot of like $5, $1 stuff, but for different reasons. I love that you're sitting here thinking of how that team dynamic works. Yeah, okay, so we've got a team then here. Gusify, Get Picked, those two coming together. Do think that that could be a good team for sure. And I love what you bring up there about how Get Picked puts complete trust into his IGL. Just before we wrap this all up, any final comments or questions you want to make, whether it be towards like the players here or the stakers who will be watching the content?
A lot of people, I see a lot of comments about not betting betting on me or like not trusting their money with me because I'm a girl. I just want to say like you're all wrong, very, very wrong. And I've won people a lot of money, and I've almost beat some of the best people in the league just losing to them 6-5. And I've proved a lot of people wrong, and I'll continue to prove a lot of people wrong.
Absolutely love to hear that. I mean, hey, look, I'm one of those people right now who's having to sit there and go, damn, I ain't messing with Amelia ever again. Don't let me get on the wrong side of her. So yeah, absolutely love it coming out there, letting the stakers know in particular. If anyone's out coming at you for being a woman, that is absolutely insane small brain stuff. You've done incredible things in Call of Duty, and no doubt have many more in your future. So yeah, wonderful spending time with you, Amelia. Thank you very much for joining us for this content piece, and wishing you all the best for the rest of the season.
No problem, thank you.
So there you have it then. Gossify and Get Picked, a team of players sitting right at the top of our league right now. And while it looks good to me, I've got to ask, would you have done anything differently here? What's your masterclass draft to win playoffs? Let us know in the comments below.